Hello everyone, this is Maria from Axiphysio. I'm very excited to be filming with a new camera today, so thank you to all of my clients for your support, because thanks to you I've been able to purchase a new camera. So hopefully the quality of this video will be a bit better than the one of my previous ones. So I prepared for you today a yoga class to help you relax just before bed or to wind down at the end of the day. So for this class, we're going to be starting into sitting. So if you go ahead and you find a comfortable seated position, it can be on Sukhasana or easy pose like I am, with one leg crossed in front of the other. It could be just a normal crossed leg seated position, and it could be sitting also in a chair if you prefer, or you could be in Virasana, sitting on your heels, if that's more appropriate for you. So you can choose again what's best for you. If you're in Sukhasana or cross-leg position, I'll be telling you when to change the cross of your legs, so just choose the one that feels more appropriate for you. And we're gonna get started just by focusing on our breath. So we're gonna go ahead and bring the hands onto Namaste prayer position. Take the thumbs onto your breastbone, close to your heart center, fingers connecting one to each other on each hand, and just think of your fingers as spreading out towards the front. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose, and we're going to start taking a cleansing breath, exhaling through the mouth. Just trying to let go tension. Close your lips at the end of the exhalation. Carry on inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. We're going to try to make the inhales and the exhales longer, so try to slow down your breath. And at the same time, just think of activating your Ujjayi breath if you're familiar with it. So we basically create a constriction at the back of our throat, so the breath becomes audible to you, not to others. And it should be happening both on the inhale and the exhale. But if you're not familiar with the Ujjayi breath, you can carry on breathing normal, in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Just trying to bring our mind to the practice as well. And if your eyes are still closed, please open them. Let's start adding a little bit of movement. So we're going to inhale, take both arms up, palms facing one to another. Exhale, twist to your right. So take your left hand to your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Try to stay tall. Look to the back. Keep both sitting bones on the ground, whichever position you're on. Keep your breath going. Let's take the arms back up. Inhale, palms facing in again. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Look over your shoulder. Feel the difference on the stretch. Stay tall. Keep breathing. You can keep your eyes open or close them if that helps you. Now let's come back to center. Inhale, both palms facing in, and as you exhale, we're going to be doing a side bend to the right, so we open up the left side. You can keep your elbow down if you've got enough mobility, as long as your sitting bone doesn't come off the ground on the left. Otherwise, just keep your elbow maybe slightly lifted. Relax your head, maybe look up towards your bicep. If this is uncomfortable on your neck, you can look down, or maybe just look forward. Just maybe try each position and see what feels better for you. So again, we should be feeling the stretch across the waist and the shoulder. Keep your breath going. Come back to the middle, both arms up, inhale, and exhale. Now change to the other side. So again, you could rest your elbow down. If you can feel the sitting bone is not lifting, otherwise keep it slightly extended. Take the arm again, nice and long. Look again towards your bicep. You can look down otherwise or look forward. Maybe play a bit with each position and see what feels better for you today, or maybe what feels better on each side, because it might be different on one side and the other. And keep your breath going. Come back to center. Now we're going to change the cross of the legs. So whichever leg you had in front, you swap it, or again, whichever leg you had crossed, you change it. If you are sitting on your heels, then you don't need to do this. Or if you are sitting on a chair or on a block or something a little bit higher, yeah, you don't need to do this if your legs are not crossed. Now we're going to link our fingers behind. We're going to do chest expansion. I'll show you from the side so you can see it. So try to connect, as you link your fingers, try to connect the palms of your hands as much as you're able to. And then pull back, opening the chest. So stay tall, look up, inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward. So bring your head down towards your legs. And at the same time, try to take the arms up where you're able to. Very stiff on my arms today, so I'm not able to go very high. You might be better than me. Again, try to maintain the connection on the palm of your hands as you do this. Keep your breath going. And let's come back. Inhale, return. Exhale, release your hands and then rest them again onto your knees, one on each side. I'm gonna come back to face you. And we're gonna be doing shoulder rolls now. So breathe in and out as you roll the shoulders up and back. Should we feel again nice? Let's reverse it the other way. And then let's go from here, chin down to your chest. Bring your head back to the middle. Bring your chin up. Just make sure your neck is comfortable. So we're going to be exhaling as you bring your chin down. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Inhale as you bring your chin up. And let's go again. Exhale. Inhale. Trying to maintain the spine long, shoulders away from the ears. Just focusing again on your breath. We're going to do it one more time. Both ways. Chin down. Chin up. Then return again to chin down as you exhale. And now let's do half neck roll. So you're going to roll your chin to one side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go for the other side. So it'll give you again a bit of a stretch on the side of the neck. You'll notice again one side is slightly tighter than the other, but hopefully feels good. And trying to move nice and slowly with control. Again, this class is for relaxation, so you're going to try to slow down a little bit the body, slow down a little bit the pace of your mind, especially if you've got a very demanding job or a very stressful job. So just trying again to wind down, calm your mind, calm the body. So hopefully it helps you at the end of the day. Okay, we'll come back to center, bringing the head back to the middle. And let's come from here onto child's pose or balasana. So for this, we're going to come long ways on our mat if you were not there. Open the knees slightly wider than the hips. Try to bring your feet to touch and just drop the hips as low as you're able to. So if you can go all the way to the heels, great. If your hips stay slightly higher, that's fine too. Extend the arms forward. Drop your forehead to the ground. And let's breathe again deep into here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Thinking again if you can do your Yahi breath, constricting the back of the throat, great. Otherwise, keep breathing nice and slow. Feel the changes on the body as you stay here.
So how your hips begin to open, how your lower back begins to open, how the arms, especially the back of the arms, the back of the shoulders begin to open too. And also be aware of the breath, how your breath changes, how it becomes a little bit deeper, and how it helps you also to relax further into the pose. From here, let's move both hands to the right hand side of your mat. So you open up slightly more the left side of the body. Stay there, keep breathing. Try to keep both hips down. Don't let lift the left side. Keep it grounded. Let's move to the other side. Keep breathing. Feel the change on the stretch. Whether you feel the stretch is stronger in general, or maybe it's stronger in one part of the body, the shoulder or the hip, compared to the other side. Just to keep your body awareness going. So you know again what part of the body is tighter or where on each side. Let's bring the arms back to center to extend the child's pose. Let's take a couple more slow breaths. And from here, we're going to come up onto 4-point kneeling or tabletop with our hands right below our shoulders, our knees right below our hips. You can always place a bit of a cushion on the knees if you need to. And also if your wrists tend to get a bit stiff, you can go onto your knuckles, otherwise hands flat. And we're going to do the cat and cow stretch, moving breast to movement. So start inhaling, coming onto cow. Look forward, shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the spine. Exhale, cat, round. Tuck the tailbone under, look down towards your knees, lift the breastbone as much as you can, open up the back of the shoulders. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do it again. Inhale, so releasing the spine from head to tailbone. One direction and the other. The stretch will feel different when you round and when you arch, but you're trying to get a nice mobility feeling both ways, a nice release both ways. Exhale again for the cat. One more round both ways. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Great, from here we're going to come into heart melting pose. So take the hands a little bit further forward towards the edge of the mat or maybe slightly wider. Now keep the hips up and drop your breastbone down. You can go either forehead or chin to the ground. I prefer to rest my forehead. Feel the opening at the front of the shoulders and the chest. Also the opening on your upper back, the back of your shoulders, which often gets very stiff. Especially if you have a sitting desk job or an office job, computer, mouse, and similar. All the releases for the upper back are very beneficial for you. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And we're going to slowly come down back to child's pose. But rather than staying on extended child's pose, we're going to bring the arms by the legs, by the thighs, so we come onto embryo pose. Keep your forehead relaxed, let the arms just drop heavy. Feel your lower back and the hips a bit more open than when we did the first child's pose a few minutes ago. Hold for another full breath. And then slowly begin to come off embryo pose, coming into Virasana or hero pose, so sitting here. And then from here, we're just going to transition into sitting to make our way onto our back. So bring your legs bent up in front of you. We can either do it with a bit of support, so you can hold the back of the thighs if you need to, otherwise bring the arms on front. And we're gonna roll down. So if you need the assistance, you can do it like this. Otherwise, if you feel strong on the core, just go slowly down. And once we're down onto our back, we're just gonna bend the knees a little bit deeper, and we're gonna come onto bridge pose. So keep the arms by your side, feel the chest open, and now roll through the spine from the hips all the way up to the shoulders. Try to feel the squeeze through the glutes and the hamstrings, the opening at the front of the hip and the pelvis. And then let's try again chest expansion. So if you link your fingers, trying again to bring the heels, the palms of your hands together, and roll the biceps underneath the shoulders. So you open up a little bit the chest. And let's stay here for about 2 or 3 deep breaths. You can close your eyes if it helps you relax. Feel the opening from the breastbone to the front of the hips, and the work on the back of the thighs and the hips. From here, release your hands, release your arms, and roll the spine down. Once your hips are completely down, let's take the knees to the chest, bring them close together, and you can either just bring your hands in front of your knees, or if you're able to create a bit more compression, one hand to opposite elbow on each side. So you create a bit of compression, and then maybe move a little bit side to side. Maybe rock a bit forwards and back. Just find a bit of movement, or maybe just, once you've tried both, come back to the one that feels better for your body. From here, let's change. If you had the arms like me, so hand over the elbow, let's just come back to hands on the shins. If you were already there, stay as you were, and let's just take a few hip circles. We're gonna try to do 3, one direction, whichever feels more natural for you to start with, and then reverse, go the other way. Good. From here, keep holding your right knee as you are, and then extend the left leg down. We're going to be taking now the hands to the back of the left thigh. You're going to extend your right knee while you're able to. If it's not fully extended, that's okay. Flex the foot as well of your left, the underneath leg, so all 10 toes are flexed. And either stay here, or maybe take the hand a little bit higher to your calf. Now, if your neck feels healthy, hover your head and try to bring the knee towards the forehead. And if you want to add a little bit of work through the core, you've got the option of hovering your left leg as well and stay here, but with the same sensation of lengthening. Otherwise, you can keep your left leg down, you can lower your head. If you're up, just lower your left leg first, then lower your head down. And you can either stay hands on the calf or hands on your thigh. Fold your knee, and take your left hand to your right knee, bring it across, open up the right arm to the side, twist as much as you feel you can, just make sure it's comfortable, even though it gives you stretch, but make sure it's not painful, and look over to your right hand. Breathe again, feel the opening on the chest, the spine, the hip. Come back to center, and let's swap sides. So let's take the left knee in, right leg down, create a little bit of compression on the left knee, and then just take the hands at the back of your left thigh and begin to extend your leg. If you can't extend it fully, it's a bit bent, that's absolutely fine. Flex then your foot on the left, flex also the right foot, so all 10 toes are flexed. You can take the hands a bit higher if you've got the flexibility. You can lift your head up if your neck feels okay, and just think of knee to forehead or knee to nose. And if you want to add a little bit of core work, you can hover your right leg, but you can also do it with your right leg down. Keep breathing. And if you got your right leg up, drop it down. If you got your head up, bring it down. You can keep your hands on the calf or back to the thigh, whatever feels better for you. And then let's fold the knee back down. Right hand to the left knee. Breathe out, twist to the right, open up the left arm, look towards your left hand. You twist as much as your body allows you. If your knee's not all the way down, that's fine. Just make sure you feel a little bit of opening through the left side, even though your left shoulder is still touching. And my palm is facing up. I don't think you can see my left hand, but I got the left palm facing up on the floor. Just breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out, bring again both knees to the chest. Let's return the feet down, keep the knees together. Now open up both arms to a capital T, palms facing up. You're gonna breathe in and twist the knees to the right, look again to the left. You're gonna stay here, you can take your right hand towards the left knee once more. So similar to what we just did, but now with both legs on the rotation, on the twist. Keep breathing. If you got your hand on the knee, release it. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. So legs to the right, neck to the left, and you can take your left hand to your right knee. And let's hold it here, feeling again the difference on the stretch. If you're holding your knee, release the grip, come back to center, inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees again to the chest, but open your knees a little bit. And we're gonna go into Ananda Balasana, or happy baby pose. For these, you've got different options. You can go with your peace fingers around your big toes and then extend the knees a little bit. And then from there, you can start just moving a little bit side to side. If this is not accessible for you, you can try to go for the calf, maybe the lower calf, the mid calf, or maybe just the thighs. So just go for the position that works better for your mobility and your flexibility. And then just try again to find a bit of movement. You can also try to do a bit of an inner thigh stretch, so you could extend one knee, then the other, trying to use the breath. So inhaling to extend. Exhale to release. Feeling again the difference on both sides. Ooh, losing my balance. That's my weak side. You can do both if that feels appropriate, or you can just carry on with the single legs. Or again, if you don't want to do doubles or singles, you can just stay on happy baby and again just rock a tiny bit side to side. I'm gonna stay for 2 more breaths, just feeling the opening through the hips and the pelvis, the opening through the lower back. Let's take the knees back to the chest, inhale. And as we exhale, we're just gonna settle into Savasana to finish doing a brief meditation to complete this relaxation class. So allow the feet to drop out, palms facing up, arms straight. If this is not comfortable, you can do it with your legs bent up, or you can roll to your side. But if you're comfortable like this, try to stay like this. Otherwise, you modify it as you need to. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in again through the nose. One more time, deep breath out through your mouth, letting go. Close your lips and carry on breathing through the nose, both on the inhale and the exhale. We're going to try to keep the breath slow, but don't force it too slow. Just think of returning to your natural rhythm
which will hopefully be a bit slower than when we started. And as I start focusing on the lower parts of the body, we're going to wriggle the toes a little bit, then release. Circle your feet one direction, then the other, and release. Tighten up a little bit your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and let it go. Tighten up the lower tummy. Think of maybe your pelvic floor, pelvic area, and relax. Tighten up your lower back, mid back, upper back, shoulder blades, back of your shoulders, and then release the back of the body. And now let's do the same with the front of the body. Tighten up the stomach, the rib area, the chest, front of the shoulders, and then let it go. Wriggle your fingers, make a fist with your hands, and then release. Open your hands, let the palms face up again. Circle your wrists one direction, the other direction, and let them drop again. Tighten up the forearms, the upper arms, front and the back, biceps and triceps, and then soften, let it go. Tighten up the throat area, the neck, maybe the jaw, and then release. Let the mouth perhaps fall open. Let the tongue relax at the back of your mouth. And then let's tighten up the cheekbones, the nose, the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead, and then soften your face. Try to relax the expression, the tension. And finally, think of tightening up the head, the base of the head, and then release, let it go. Bring the awareness again to your breath. Feel the difference on the body. Maybe try to find any points of tension that you may still have and try to release that. Letting go completely, surrender to Savasana, to corpse pose, staying on this relaxation state as we keep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. I'm going to stay here for 3 more deep breaths. If you've got more time and you want to stay in Savasana, you're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to. Otherwise, to get out, we're going to find a bit of movement again. So circle your feet and your hands both ways. Stretch the arms above the head. Stretch the legs away from you. And then roll to your side. You can support your head, keep your legs bent up. Stay with your eyes closed for a couple more breaths. If you were on your side already, just stay here for another 2 breaths as well. And then with your top hand, help yourself to come back to sitting. Open your eyes and then come back to the starting pose we did, whether it was Sukhasana or cross-legged seated or Virasana sitting on your heels or maybe sitting on a chair, whatever you chose to do. Press the hands onto your thighs, close your eyes. Feel the changes on your posture, on your body, on your mind. The changes on your breath. This is Merlina. She's coming for a bit of loving. So we're going to take a couple more breaths here. If you got your eyes closed, please open them again. Take your hands back to your heart center. Try to set an intention for the rest of the evening, for the rest of the week. If you're about to go to bed, then maybe for the rest of the week. And as you go forward with the rest of your day, may you have peace on your thoughts, peace on your words, peace on your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this class and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you got any suggestions for any other content you would like to see, please send me a message. If you're interested in one of my online classes, please go to my website, maxiphysio.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you soon on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.